Hello, this is Matthew Feingold. This video is my final for SE456 Architecture of Real-Time Systems. This is my Space Invaders game I've been working on throughout the class. This is the select screen / title screen with instructions for pressing 1 for one player. I haven't implemented 2-player yet, so I just have a placeholder for that. And then the point values for the enemies that the player can kill in the game. Before I start it, since I tend to talk slower when I'm concentrating on playing, I wanted to talk about a couple things first. So the game has a few modes that it cycles through. It's got a game state manager that helps it do that, and it starts off with the select screen, and then it'll go into a wave title screen where it'll display what wave number you're on. Then it'll go to the gameplay, and then if the player defeats all the aliens, it'll go back to the wave title screen, not this, but the wave screen, and show you which wave you're on, and that'll increase as you move on, and the difficulty will increase by increasing the number of bombs that are dropped and also the speed that they fall. And if the player loses all 3 lives by being killed by the bombs, or if the aliens reach the floor, the game over screen will go, and the high score will update with the player score if it's high enough, and then go back to select screen. So let's start with that all being said. Wave 1. First thing I wanted to show is that I can toggle the bounding boxes on and off. These are for all the collisions. We already see the bombs that the aliens are dropping are colliding with the shield and breaking up the bricks. The shields are laid out so that you can shoot holes in them, and the bombs can destroy them like that. I have the let's talk about quickly the UI. Here's the player 1 score, the high score, and there's a placeholder if there was 2-player. Here's the lives. If I were to, if the ship was to collide with one of the bombs that the aliens drops, the lives would go down. I can demonstrate that here. If I can catch a bomb, it'll happen eventually. And then the missile that I shoot can collide with the shield to break it up, or an alien, or the top wall will let it go away. Additionally, you can only shoot one missile at a time, so if I mash on the key, the space bar here, it only shoots one once the missile gets removed by colliding with something. Let's see if I can hit the UFO. There we go. UFO has a little destruction animation, and if I can defeat this wave, I can demonstrate moving on to the next wave with the difficulty increase. Oh, but I might lose all my lives here. I've got one more shot. As I destroy the aliens, they increase in speed, and the walking sound, there we go, I did it. The walking sound is tied to the speed. There we go, wave 2. And now there are 2 bombs that are being dropped simultaneously. And so if I can manage to get to wave 3, which will be pretty difficult, I will, the aliens will end up dropping 3 bombs, wave 4, they'll drop 4 bombs. There we go, there's a collision with the missile and the bomb, cause a little explosion, and destroys them both. That's a cool little feature that I enjoy. What else? We already talked about the aliens colliding with the shields and destroying them, but we can see it happening right here. There we go. Anyway, you've probably noticed this already, but the bounding boxes for the shields and the alien, and even the missiles, when there are multiple, update for their groupings. So the grid gets smaller. Here's the collision with the floor. Game over. So yeah, the bounding boxes update dynamically for the groupings. And what else? We can start again. Wave 1. Lives back to 3. The high score was updated, and my score is back to 0. Let me turn these off. There are 3 different types of bombs that can drop. They are the zigzag one, the dagger one, and the roll there. That was nice. Lucky that it did them in order because it's randomly generated. Same with the UFO. It drops the same types of bombs. And the bombs are randomly dropped from column of aliens, different columns of aliens with a random type of bomb. So there's a random number generator that tells it which column to drop it from and which type of bomb to drop. What else? All the sounds you're hearing are pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to talk about them too much, but they are linked to the in-game events. So, you know, shooting sound, and aliens moving, and death sounds, and all that. A UFO sound. What else? Talked about the ship shooting. Just game over. Let me take a look at my list here and look if I missed anything. So we talked about the high score, the movement, and lives and shooting of the ship. We talked about all the different collisions of the bombs, missiles, shields, aliens, and UFO. We talked about the grid. It gets progressively faster as you destroy more aliens, and the animation and the movement are in locked intervals together. Let's see. The UFO also works on a similar random implementation with the as the bombs. So the UFO will randomly spawn from the left or the right side, and drop a bomb at a random time while it's out there, and the sound plays when the UFO goes and goes away if it gets destroyed or goes off screen. Sorry, I'm not running the game right now. I just I'm trying to get through this video, and it's hard to concentrate while I'm playing. If I need to demo anything else, I'll start up the game again, but most of it you've probably already seen. I just want to make sure I mentioned everything. The missiles and the bombs can hit each other, and there's a little explosion that happens when they do that. We got the 4 shields on the screen that are you can shoot holes through, and can be destroyed from the bombs and the aliens and the missile, and then all the sounds are there synchronized with the appropriate things are supposed to be triggered by. And I think that wraps up all of the features. I'm looking at the list here. Yeah, that's everything. So, thanks for watching, and I guess look for my design document. Look at my design document for how I use design patterns to implement all of these systems, but all of the patterns that were required for this project were checked off. So I may have missed a couple in the design document. I guess I could talk about them really quick. Adapter, obviously, if you read the document, the adapter was used to wrap the the Zool game engine's sprite functionality, and the template pattern was kind of used in like a weird reverse way in the what's it called, resource managers, um, where the find function calls, so the derived class's find function calls the base class's find function, but then that's not really template. It's the other way around. It's template. But in the base class's find function, it again calls the derived class's function, which is where that algorithm redefinition, I guess, that step of the algorithm is defined in the derived class, and that's where the template pattern comes in. But anyway, so it's kind of like a little uh, like hidden pattern in there that I didn't mention in the design document. Um, but other than that, I think that covers everything. If I missed something, it's other than the two-player, it's probably there, and I just forgot to mention it. Um, so I guess look for that. But anyway, that's the end of my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.